in the absolute clickbaitiest of clickbaits that ever baited to click, I bought a Reaver Battle Titan. So yeah, I didn't buy the one from Forge World. I bought the Adeptus Titanicus one. It was staring at me on the shelf, and I really enjoyed the contrast video. So I thought I would build and paint up the Reaver Battle Titan with melter cannon and chain fist and a big gun on the top. I don't know what the size comparison is going to be, so we'll find out later when we match it with the knights. But I have plans for this fella, so let's open up. So we come with 3 screws and this size base. I was hoping maybe it'd be a round one, but we'll see how it looks. And the instructions are reasonably. Ooh, that looks a bit fiddly. Yeah, there are small pictures, but is that the throne? So yeah, we'll build up the big fella. Don't know if that's options. Well, I'll have a look through that, and yeah, we'll build it up. So we've got the Reaver all built up, and I've added some extra chaosy bits onto him, some spunks, just a little bit, just to give it a touch. And sitting him next to an armature, it's not too far off. So I think if we bulk up his base just a bit, we can probably run him as quite happily as a war dog of some description. I also have some chains to add on to him once he's been painted up. And that is really the next step, is getting him sprayed silver. Sadly, the 2 bits on that side have broken off and disappeared somewhere. So yeah, spraying with lead belcher and give him a wash with some more lead belcher just to fill in any gaps that I've missed. And then we can start deciding where the Iron Warrior's colours and things will go on. Alright, so we have him sprayed silver and just tidied up a little bit. So I've been just trying to decide on the overall scheme. I'm thinking the 2 shoulder pads, black with the stripes, probably with thicker stripes, and then thin stripes, black with yellow stripes, thin stripes on the knee pad there. Probably find some. Maybe we change. Maybe put the Iron Warriors logo black, and the Iron Warriors logo on the knee pad. Yes, that might work. Maybe do this bit in the hazard stripes, or even just keep it on the shoulders. We'll do the 2 shoulders first. Well, we'll wash him all in Nullen, let that dry off, then do the 2 shoulder pads, and come back and look at it as we do those. So I'm thinking this face grill here, warp lightning. This brighter one for the melter variant there, so we can fill that up, and then add in some Tesseract glow. And then we've got bronzes and golds, and the sort of burnt gold for the trim, and this part under here and his knee pad, and then red for the cloth, and then I've got so the blacks and the new. I picked up the ball red after the last video, and that'll probably go in for the eyes, give them a bright solid eye. And yeah, then we'll sort of have to tidy up. Maybe his feet in total can be maybe the brassy color, and then the gold trim. Yeah, we'll come back and see how that goes. Oop. So the first thing what we'll do is we'll figure out the 2 shoulder pads. So I'll paint them black, and then we'll come in and do the taping up and put some yellow down. Alright, so I've put the black down, and then on the gun on the top of it, some black on one side, yellow on the other, black across that, black for his knee pad, and I've done the red and agrax that. And then I've laid down the strips of masking tape. So what I'm going to do, I saw a tip somewhere that you're supposed to put down some of the bottom colour first. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we will give it a shot. Lay that down just over the edges. Try and take away any I think it sort of does something to the underneath the masking tape, sort of seals that bit off potentially. Alright, we will let that dry off, and then we'll come back and do the yellow. Alright, that's dried off. So now we'll lay down the yellow, let that dry, and then peel off the masking tape, and probably have to do a little bit of cleanup. So, and then we've obviously got to clean up the edges. Maybe we want an extra layer of yellow. That's quite possible. We might want to do 2 layers of it. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll let that dry and maybe put let's just come off, and put a second layer down, and then come back and we'll take the tape off. Alright, so the extra layer has gone down and fixed up his blade on the front there. So now we get to see what happens when we take off the tape and see how much cleanup we've got to do. Ooh. Our sides come out okay. Oh, I'd say that's reasonably okay actually. I'm happy with that. So now I'm trying to decide. I think I might do the Retributor gold around the edges here, across the tops here, and then the Balthazar gold on the on going down, and then maybe the brass around this knee plate, brass around the feet. So start on the top, brighter gold, then darker gold into bronze. But that'll probably be bright gold, and that'll probably be bright gold in there. Maybe the brass trim underneath, but we shall see. So, well, first I'll do the gold trim around the edges here and see how that looks, see if we want to stick with that. Actually, I'll do here and here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we've got the gold trim done. I did up his face as well. I thought his face wanted to be in gold. Might darken it off a little bit with maybe a bit of Reichland or Seraphim, but not on the top. Trying to decide, maybe I want more of the gold on the top than I do the... Yeah, I think we'll do gold trim around the top here, then underneath and down the sides we'll do the Balthazar gold, and then we'll do brass as we get further down to the bottom. Alright, I will go do that section and we can come back and take a look. Okay, so I got the gold and the brass done. So we've got the brighter gold on the top, then coming down to the Balthazar gold, and then brass around the knee, and then brass around the bottom. I'm quite liking that actually. And I had to glue this back on again. So yeah, next step is maybe we focus on the gun and get the brighter greens in the recesses there, and then tidy it with some silver on there, the lead belcher on the top, and then we'll see what the next step after that would be. I don't know if I want to do any more for the chain. Maybe the chain wants to be a nice brighter colour. Yeah, we'll look into those the weapons section, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've done some extra bits. I the glow on the gun. So I did some bright yellow on the teeth, and then on the back and underneath I added in some rattling grime. I did that on the Icaran on the spikes there, and I think that's about done for this step. So what I need to do now is give it a varnish, and then that blade on the front is definitely not going to stay on, and then hit it with streaking grime. So give it a good go on that, and then pull it back as much as possible and see how it looks from there. So we'll give him a varnish, and then I'll cover him in this stuff, and then we'll come back and work on pulling it back. So we've got him covered in the streaking grime, which is pretty much dried. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some thinners and some cotton buds. I'm just going to take some thinners, and yeah, to do this lightly, because you can pull off the paint if you're not careful. Pull it back, so you leave him nice and dirty, but the colours can come through. Pull some of the colour back there, get some of the gold to come back, and the silver across the top of him. Take a bit of time and just, I see, there you go, the black has pulled back to some of the silver. So just a little bit careful, not too much pressure. And his leg is falling off, that's good. So we pull some of the gold back and the red from his loincloth. Pull some back to get his, some of the colour back on his legs. Do that into the light there. So let's see what we're pulling back. So yeah, it's a case of where do you want the dirt to stay and where do you want it to go. So on that side under there it should stay. Oops, that's his leg completely gone. Right, well I will fix his leg, finish off pulling back, and then we can come back and look at it. So I've taken away some of the streaking grime, and it's left knee pad showing. That's a little bit dirty on the loincloth. So the black's been rubbed away, but I actually quite like that. Gives it a sort of worn texture. So yeah, and it's got some of the green from the Tesseract Glow in the back for its power pack, and up the barrel as well, and the legs finally on properly. So I want to get some chains for him, and see, a bit of rattling grime will stick to it. And then the base, because it's an oval base, I'll see if I can magnetize him onto it and maybe do this as a display base, and then eventually when I get round to getting a circular 100mm base rather than the oval 100mm, then he can go onto that to play in games. But see if we can build a little bit of a wall, put some rocks down, maybe set up, because he's got some holes in his feet there, see if I can set up some magnets inside. First of all, chains, and then we will figure out the next step after that. And here we have him with some chains. I'm quite liking that. Chains around the gun on top, chains around the gun on his arm. These ones are a bit looser, swinging around. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, the next thing to do is give him an appropriate base for him to stand on. So I'll have to figure that one out. Really not sure. Just see if I can get some magnets on him. But to do that, I need to get some more glue, because I've just run out. Super glue, that is. There we go, got his base finished off. So, I used some cut up sprue to make some brickwork. Used some rocks on there, a bit of grass, then mud, grass all over, sorry, and then sort of colourful flowers. And then there's a magnet here, and then there's a magnet buried under the mud as well, just for a bit of strength. And then there's a magnet in 2 of his feet. So he should just... Not the strongest connection in the world, but it is enough just to sort of hold him in place while he stands on the table, and a little bit of movement's okay. So that is this guy finished. So I'm really happy with this, and it was fun making a Reaver Titan, as clickbaity as that is, but it should be a nice Iron Warriors war dog. Now, the question is, do I get 2 more of these to make for war dogs? Like I said, I've got to get a 100mm round base for it, give it just a little bit of height. It's just a slightly shorter than the armigers that I do have, and I think the war dog should be about the same size. So he needs to be just a little bit bigger. But all in all, yeah, if I get 2 more, then I can run a squad of 3 as like the free blade, dread blade. So I can take the dread blade of the 3 war dogs along, and then because this also came with a sort of long autocannon looking thing, so I can put one with 2 autocannons, and then I could do another one that's with the melter and the chain. Oh, that's come off again. I've glued this on so many times. I'm not sure how that's going to fix. But anyway, I must go fix that. So thank you very much for watching the Icaran sector and indulging me in some clickbait with my giant mammoth Reaver Titan. Yeah. And if you've enjoyed seeing me do sort of the build, paint, convert type videos, let me know in the comments, because I'm happy to do more. I have a box of Imperial Guardsmen that I want to convert into cultists. So if you want a video on that, I'm more than happy to do that as we go through. And yeah, let's call it there. Like, subscribe, follow along. Bat rep's coming. If you're wanting more of these types of videos, these will come, and we'll see you in the next one.